Fear often comes up when we feel like a boundary has been crossed or that we're not being respected or heard in the way that we want to be. Um, yeah. So I feel like my kind of closing thoughts here, or closing message that's here as it relates to as it relates. Ooh, that's a great. Okay. You said that's why you wanted to get a love reading because you want to heal the bond that uh, was hurt, which was hurt from anger. And that's what needs to be healed. That's what needs to be processed. That's what needs to be let go of, moved through, and also developed like healthier coping mechanisms, and not even coping mechanisms, but healthier mechanisms to move that anger energy, that boundary crossing, the disrespect feeling, whatever that is that's coming up that is building on to the anger, finding ways to address that sooner and address that um, before it explodes, before it becomes that volcano, before it becomes that slap, before it becomes whatever it is. And as as a former very angry individual, um, who also used to hold things in until they snapped. My invitation for processing your anger is to start to get more curious about when you feel it come up, or you feel if you start to feel yourself trying to dampen it down, stop. If you start to feel yourself trying to hide it, I don't want to say stop hiding it, but recognize that that's the pattern you're doing, or start to recognize, start to try, like, start to become consciously aware of when you're getting triggered. Yeah, it's like start to become aware of when you're getting triggered and when you're feeling like you need to like shell up or turtle up or like brace yourself, and question where that anger is coming from, and be like, okay, what is this anger trying to tell me right now? Is this because I'm feeling disrespected? Is it because my boundary has been crossed? Is some other trauma from some other event like coming into this because they're similar events? Um, and that's easier to do or like early on, but once the anger starts to get like more red hot, or you're about to burst, um, and you're starting to get that like see red type of thing, that's when the you gotta use whatever amount of self-control you can to excuse yourself from the situation. So go basically put yourself in timeout. Like I'll do that to myself occasionally if I'm like getting very frustrated. Um, it's just like I will go take my own time out and I'll just go sit and breathe for a few minutes, or I will go dance, and put some angry music on and dance, because you move energy with breath, sound, and movement. And anger is just another energy. Yeah, feeling bullied and overthinking, totally. I can totally see that it leads to anger and feeling that like triggered feeling internally. The other thing, um, the other thing that I recommend too is setting a boundary book. It doesn't have to be mine. You can start a journal of your own, and it's basically just putting in writing the boundaries you have for yourself, of like, I will not be bullied. I will not, you know, I will not disrespect my partner in this way, or like I will treat my partner in this way, and like putting the boundaries you have on how you want to behave and how you want to show up in your life, and also what you aren't going to let into your life. um, there's a lot of power in getting it out of your mind and getting it on paper for you to return to and come back to time and time again and make adjustments and add new ones. So those are a few different options to try, but I do think it's important to, or I do think the message here in this conversation is very much related to recognizing your anger is trying to show you something, and not storing it away until it becomes the volcano that you can't control.